This conference will now be recorded.
So again, she is showing the query. Okay. Okay. Tell me one thing, Pooja. So you are not dynamically updating the department. You are directly saying like it is art, right?
Yeah, I'm updating the department dynamically with the ID coming from input.
Okay. But here you have written like art, right? In your query, if I could
Yeah,
see.
this value I am hard coding. We can use this also
Huh.
dynamic.
Yeah. That is what my question is. Even if department is changed, even that needs to be, it should be also dynamic, right? So yeah,
So you want
this
me
is
to do
correct.
like this?
This is one thing is like hard coded values are not preferable. So whatever you are try to do with the dynamic. Okay. Why? Because in real time, most of the time, like we will be playing with like actual data only, right? So okay, whatever you have done here is very good, but even that dynamic that department also try to take dynamic. Okay.
Okay, so
Don't
I
do
think
as of now. Just it is a suggestion. It will be homework for even for others as well. Okay.
oh okay. I just did the change like this.
Hmm.
Is it fine?
But do you think in query nothing is going to change? In query, department is equals to in single quotations you are writing it as art. Do you think it is correct or do we need to make any change? Here also colon will come into the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the things you are going to take dynamically, that you have to keep it in like that just like ID what you two dots department
Yeah, I
you
have
have to give
given
and you have to
the
take dynamic.
colon and department name,
Yes, exactly. In this way we can do it. Yeah. And then we
and
have to give
here
mapping in the transformation. Hmm. Right, that is correct.
I think there is some issue. Oh, okay. Expected.
Comma is not there in the first. See, when you
Okay,
are
okay.
writing multiple elements, comma should be
Mhm.
separated.
Okay.
Yes.
So EMP ID, if it is 39001,
Mm-hmm.
then it should update
Have you
department.
deployed the application? Have you deployed the
Yes,
application?
yes, to art.
You don't give art. Try to give something else. Why? Because art already we have changed it. Right? They're like HR or
Fine.
something.
For the table, we cannot see in what is what. Before updation, what is the employee details? Could you please share me?
Is anybody
That is
speaking? I'm
before.
not able to.
No. What she's trying to say is like before updating, what are the that record details. So yeah, the record is art and it is IT. Okay,
So I'm updating
that
the first record.
first record. Okay, their
Mhm.
department is IT. Now she is going to change that IT with some other thing.
Yes. So this format is right. Correct, right, Nitya?
Yes, this is
Okay.
correct. So department, what you have given?
Post
RT. Something else you have
IAMS,
given, right?
SCI.
FCI you have given. Fine. Now you just bring it so that it has to change now.
There was some error. Unexpected E at
Update.
payload JSON. I think I'm not giving the payload properly. It was
Okay.
proper earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Department. Okay.
JSON format you are not giving properly. Yeah, that is what your doubt or what?
Yeah, I think JSON format I'm not giving properly.
Permissions you have to give. You have to give
Hmm,
like
yeah.
in this way. And let me ping you so that that format you can give it. Okay, I'll just
Yeah, can you ping me
try
the
to.
format once?
Once, yeah, I'm trying to do. Okay, see.
This is not correct.
I think it is done.
Yeah,
So it has been updated here 39001 SCI.
ACFCI. Very good. Very good. Yes. This is
And
about update.
update.
So what you have done is like in the update query, you have that query change is there, and in the transformation, what all the dynamic parameters you're setting that you have updated, right? So just for
Yes.
others understanding, I'm just repeating it. Okay. So is anybody is having any doubt on updation?
No.
Yes. Okay,
At a
fine.
time,
Very
we are
good.
updating not only single field, number of fields we are updating. No?
Yeah, why can't you use bulk update and you can do it? Huh? You can do it. There is no question like you can't do in middleware. Okay, so if multiple records you are going for it, then try to use either a loop or a bulk update also helps us. Okay, that is good. Very good, okay. Puja. And coming to next transaction, that is delete.
So here in delete, I
Puja?
have used this query, delete from EMP, where ID is this dynamic value.
Okay, so that particular ID you want to delete, right?
Yes. Yes.
So whatever the ID you are sending from the front end, that ID has to delete. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So as
If
yeah,
I'm
that is right thing
giving,
only. Why? Because if we are doing any delete operation, definitely it should be on our primary key. Okay, on our primary key only we have to delete. So primary key will be always like employee ID. So we have to write a query on employee ID. So whatever you have written is correct. Yes. Is it deleted?
no, this is the record which I'm going to delete now, 39001.
39001. Oh.
So
Mm-hmm.
it has got deleted, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a question why the response is like this?
Obviously, I said na. Database always returns
200
Java
server
message,
is
which will
Yeah, 200 is
yeah.
status.
No, no, no,
no,
no.
yes,
That
it's
is fine.
200 perfect.
That is correct. So your status is showing us 200. Okay, is correct. But the problem with
It's
initially, and
deleted.
I told when we are doing any database transaction, either insert, update, delete, database will not give any user friendly message. Okay, so it
Yep.
gives the message which in its language, so which we cannot understand. So that is the reason I have kept set payload at last and user friendly message I have written in order to override the message which is given by database. So what you can do is like at last you can keep on set payload and user friendly message you can
Yes.
define it so that you could see that message.
Okay, Nitya. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yep.
SQL or database never gives any user friendly message. It is our responsibility to do do it. Okay.
Yes.
Good thing. Good Puja. So any others how about any doubts on update and delete? Just raise your flag now itself. Okay. So I assume like everybody has understood that. Okay. Fine. Nice. Chalo. Then we will
Uh,
go for yes, Puja.
Nitya, I have one doubt related to this query flow. We
Okay.
learned this right with URI params and query params when you showed us
Okay.
to like select the records.
Mm-hmm. Question mark is a query param and slash is something
Yes.
like URI param.
So what am I
Yes.
missing here? I'm not able to get it. Like this is the table I'm selecting
Mm-hmm.
from it, where ID
Mm-hmm.
is I'm giving dynamically, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
putting this value here, attributes query params dot employee ID.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
this is the
employee
transform
EMP.
message where
Wait a
payload
second.
has been given.
Wait a second. Wait a second. You are here. You are giving EMP ID. So from the
Mhm.
postman also you have to send EMP ID is equals to. Okay. That you have to
Here,
remember. EMP ID. So whatever you are giving beside that property, only that one you have to consider. Okay. So this you have to give. Wait a second. And what changes you have to make in that flow? I will check. So this is one change, and this is perfectly all right. Okay. Uh, Okay. And in the transfer message, what you are trying to do? It is
This
select
warning is
query, right?
fine, right?
Warning, that's fine. It
Okay.
doesn't harm anything.
Transformation I have
Why
given
you are
just
keeping
fail.
Java? Why you are keeping
JSON
Java?
Java,
JSON.
JSON.
Okay.
It is a JSON format,
Yeah.
no?
It is not a JSON format. We are converting into a JSON format.
Yes, we are
We are
converting into
inputting
JSON.
even to the
Yeah.
postman in JSON format.
Yes, we are converting into a JSON format. Normally, database will always give in Java only, and we are trying to map the same. That is what. That is the reason you are not able to see it. Now you can. Now you will be able. Now you can see that. Have you deployed?
Yeah. I'm trying to deploy this now. We're training one. Okay, now it has started. So it gives me this null value. I'm not sure why.
Already you are deleted the
Okay. It
data.
has
Child.
deleted the data. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Now you
it
got it.
came.
Now.
Now it came. Yeah. Okay, so what I was missing was to give this employee ID there in the payload or there in the postman. Other things were good, right?
Hmm.
Okay, Nitya. Thank you.
Okay. Any others? So I think others are also clear on this part, right? Okay. That's nice. Fine. No problem. Okay. Let me share my screen, and today we'll concentrate on bulk. Okay. So now I want to insert the records. I want to go with bulk. So yesterday we have seen like only one record we can able to do it. Now I want to my requirement is like multiple records, either billions. If it is billions of records, I will go for bulk insert, or for insert means okay, few values. Both, see, the connectors are different. Loop will be used even for insert, even for bulk insert also. We will use the loop in the transformation. We will use the loop for both of them. But the only difference is the way of handling the records. Insert will accept only few records. Bulk insert will accept like billions of records. That is the only difference. Only connector configuration wise, and using a loop using a loop, that remains same for both of them. Okay, so now let me go with why, because the concept is same for both of them. I'll go for bulk insert. Okay, I'll go for bulk insert. Okay, I have opened some other thing, maybe insert database operation. Bulk insert already I have this thing. Okay, so I'll do a POC. I'll do a POC on bulk insert. Okay, so for this also the same thing. We will create one flow, and in the flow we will configure listener, that remains same. And like yeah, just like other database, like bulk insert I will be doing it. Okay, bulk insert, and then I'll make some changes in the transformation before inserting the data. So these are all the steps that I'm going to do for completing this POC. So let me quickly drag and drop. Okay, and let me take bulk. Okay, and let me go to my database bulk insert. So here also the same case. I will teach bulk insert, bulk update, and bulk delete. You guys have to do the homework. Okay. Now database connection query. So bulk insert also remains the same, but yeah, here it is employee. Okay, let me count the records first. Okay, in this database, I have so many records. Okay, while I'm inserting multiple records means definitely the count should change, right? So let me first check how many records are there. Oh, it is not responding. So many records are there. So many, almost 50 rows are there, but I think records are more. Let me count it. Select for counting the records, we will use this query. Count from here. Okay, so this is the count. It gives us count. 150 records are there. Okay, 150 records are the existing records now. So if I am inserting anything, those are all like multiple, more records. The meaning is that more records we are inserting. Okay, so let me go to this JSON and I will try to, I'll take the sequence as 6,000 sequence so that it will be clear for us. 4 records or 5 records I'll try to insert. So the count will increase to 55. So if you want to take like hundreds of records, yes, you can take. No issue in taking. Any records, copy paste it and take any number of count, whichever you want. Okay. So here for understanding purpose, 1, 2, 3, 4 records at a time I want to insert. This will be the input. Okay. JSON we know it, right? JSON, how we will be changing that JSON format. So create your own JSON like this, and multiple records you can keep. Okay, that is a quick thing. Fine. Now, so you may get doubt. What will be the query for bulk insert? So there is no change. Like just like insert only, for bulk insert also we will be using the same. It is just like insert only. So let me go to that insert statement. Okay, and let me quickly copy this. This will not change. This never changes. For bulk insert, the query remains same. Inserting into a database is common thing. So insert into employee, the column names, and whatever the dynamic values you want to give, that dynamic values. Okay. So till here it is fine. Now I have to give a transform message. In the transform message only, like minor change will be there. Okay. Now see, if you are seeing ID is a department is there. Okay, it is fine. Now I am going to give it as JSON. Okay, so you here only like to which parameters you are going to insert, only those parameters it is appearing, right? It is appearing only those parameters. And how you will be mapping here, you are not able to see anything, right? But we know like it is going to get multiple records. We know that it is going to get multiple records. Then in this case, how you will map it? So directly, if it is one record, what you are trying to do, payload dot, you are giving like during mapping, you are directly here. If you see directly, you are saying like you are assuming, even though here you are not able to see that elements directly, you are payload dot empid directly you have written, right? But if it is multiple records, this remains the same. Payload dot remains the same. But my vision is like multiple records I'm going to get. So I feel like if it is like mapping kind of stuff is there means it will be very easy for handling. Okay, for handling it is very easy. So what you can do is like the best approach in the real time is also like we have to create a metadata. Okay, so what is metadata? Metadata is nothing but the format. See, I am saying like this will be my input. I'm directly saying this will be my input. Hey, this is my input. I'm saying, but save that JSON, emp.json, emp.json, save that file. Okay, save your input file and try to try to what try to create metadata by using this file. Okay, so if you have done in that way means these elements will come in the source side so that you can easily map to the target. So for mapping purpose, it is pretty much required. A metadata needs to be created. How you will create? We can create the metadata in two ways. Okay, those two ways I'll teach you, but the first approach is whatever the input you are trying to give, save that particular JSON in with the extension of .json, with the extension of .json. So with the help of this file you can create your metadata. Go for metadata. Okay, here click on add. So emp JSON, just I'm giving the JSON input, just I'm giving the format, that's all. JSON input, create it. It is creating.
Yeah, hi Nitya.
Hey,
Yeah, you said like before inserting the data, we have to keep only Java format, not JSON format.
yeah, I will change it. Sorry, yes, I have forgotten. Yeah. So you are taking which type of format you are taking, that format we have to select. So our input is something like JSON. Our input is JSON. We are pretty much sure like the input which we are going to give in the postman is JSON. So try to select that JSON. Okay, JSON. See here schema is there, example is there. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to browse your example JSON file which I am showcasing in the screen, which is nothing but emp.json. Okay, so go to that location. You have please select it as an example. Click on these dots. Go to that location. Do some trainings. It is somewhere in that location. You so somewhere like okay, this is my file. This is file. This is the file which I am referring. Okay, so as soon as I will give, see the beauty. It is already like that data. It is coming. It is it has identified ID as number, FNAME. So what are all the columns that are there in these example files? Those columns it will try to give so that it will be easy for us to map. Okay, so I'm doing. See, payload. In the payload now it came. And the best thing is like, okay, set metadata. See, wrap element in a collection means you can, if you select this indicates like these are multiple records. Okay, yeah. So I'm array object. I'm just saying like it is an array object. Yes, this is Java only. What you said is correct. Java. Now I'll try to map it. F name. It is not as string. It is as number. Okay, let me cut this. Control X. Let me keep it at the top. Why? Because first ID needs to be mapped and this should be number. It is not a why because my database will not allow if it is a string. Right? This is F name and department. So this is normally it is mapping. Normally it is mapping. Department and this one normally it is mapping. But this is not giving the loop by default. By default the loop is not given. If I edit this set metadata this object, it came by default so we cannot change. So whatever we have created only that one will appear. So here if you observe that provision it is not giving, so it is forcing us. This is something like a minor mistake or bug in our studio. In some studios it will work automatically creating the for loop by itself. In some versions it will not work, but don't worry, whatever the case is, we are developers and it is our responsibility to sort that to solve that issue. So we have an operator called map operator. Map is the operator here. Okay, map is just acts like a for loop. Okay, for us it is a for loop. From the mule stand map or map object. What is object and what is the map? We will come to know in our data view while we are discussing what is object, what is array, what is map object. Those kind of stuff we will come to know soon. But yes, as of now, is just like a loop. It acts like a loop. Okay, it is acts like a loop. So how you will be writing that loop? What is the syntax for it? That we have to understand. Okay, so if it is coming by default, map operation is coming at the top by default, means we are well and good. If it is not coming, then also there is no problem. Okay, but we should know the syntax. Okay, so this is, I'm removing this. Okay, so this is say you are running your for loop on your payload. So that is the reason you have kept payload first, and you are saying like, hey loop, run that on my payload. You are saying that. Okay, and this index of payload always gives the counter. Index of counter in the sense we are sending multiple records, right? We are sending multiple records. So first record, second record, third record, fourth record. So it keeps the track of index. Okay, here it could be anything. See, whatever, even your name also you can write, but give some valid name. Otherwise we can, it will not be like good. Okay, index of payload, if you want to keep like index of payload, yes, you can keep. So instead of payload 01, you can keep like emp. So you are dealing with emp payload, right? So you can keep emp payload as well. So a name could be anything. This loop contains two parameters. The first one indicates the payload which we are getting from the front end, and index indicates the counterpart. Okay, so inside this, the syntax is this one: payload, loop it, and two parameters is there. It should be there, and whatever you want to loop it, it should be like it should be separated with this arrow mark, open braces. So this is a for loop syntax. So what I'll try to do, I'll try to keep copy. So whatever is there in our thing, whatever is there in our transformation, try to keep it. Okay, try to keep that map operator map. Here I'm giving emp payload. So definitely this payload will not be there. This you have to give. And let me close this. Okay, yeah, this is for loop. I'm running on the payload. I'm using payload. If you are using payload means okay, now that one will get carried. Payload means it works. Why? Because here also payload, from payload take ID, from payload take department, from payload take first name. That it indicates it. Okay. So Control X, Control V. Just like our column names I'm keeping. Okay, we can, last one is comma, will not be there. So if you are using anything like EMP ID, try to change this payload, replace this payload with EMP payload. So if you are using anything, if you want to okay, you don't want to use payload, you want to use EMP. Okay, you can use it, but here also you have to change it as EMP. So whatever here you are using, that only this should contain. Otherwise it gets failed. Okay. This format remains same even for insert or bulk insert. The functionality is same. The way of doing is same. Everything remains same. You don't need to worry on that. Okay. Only the connector's behavior is different. This handles billions of records. That handles only thousands of records. That's all. Let me save it. Okay. Let me save it now. Now let me deploy this. So before coming, let me keep on logger. I want to go with the debug. My best approach is like debug only. I am very much interested with debug only, debug mode, so that I can visualize payload at each and every point. Okay. Okay. Now let me run it. Debug mode. Save it. Let it run. And let me prepare my input as well. Okay. So I am posting the records to database. So best option is like this one. Okay. And yeah, bulk. Okay. Fine. Go to body. Go to raw. Select JSON. Okay. Where is my that example file? ELP payload. Somewhere I have. It is there. Yes. Control C. Okay. This is my records. Okay. I have prepared my input. Let me check whether my application was deployed or not. It is deploying. Let it deploy. Let me hit it. 150 records are there in my database. Remember that. Okay. Now, yes, records came it over here. Okay. Payload. Okay. Logger. Okay. Records are displaying 6000, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. My payload has reached. Right. Now, in the payload, now if you are seeing like it got converted and everything is sitting in right place. Each record is having all the three. Now, I have inserted the database. No error was displayed, so that means it was inserted successfully. If I am seeing this question mark, blah blah blah, it is like JSON message. It is like Java message. I'm okay with that. I can now count my EMP. Why? Because instead of going with the names, better to count 154. Before it was 150. It is now it is 154. That means those 4 records it got inserted, right? Am I correct?
Yes, Nitya.
Yes. So that is how we are doing. Okay, this is the bulk insert. So insert and the bulk insert, there is no difference. Only connector, you just change it. The for loop remains same. Okay. So in this case, now your work will come here for updation and deletion. Bulk insert and bulk update and bulk delete. Try to do some examples and you have to showcase. Bulk update the same thing. Update any activity, just try to do it so that when other operations you will be covering. Okay, fine. This is homework we have to do. If any doubts, definitely I will help you out for sorting out. Okay, the next thing is like Yes, till now we have seen the listener configurations, right? Listener configurations we have seen. Now I am going to start file operations. After that, we will go for web service. Okay, file operations. So in file, we have read. If you see like theoretical picture today, I will give, and we will do some examples all at a time. Read is there, write is there, and like if you see the connectors, okay. If you see the connectors here, file. See, so many things are there. File copy, file create, file delete, file list, okay, move, on, read, rename, right? So among all these things, very most frequently used operations are like read, write. Generally, normally we will be using read, write. Is like common thing. On the file also is another operation that we will be using. Yeah. Okay, list means it will give list of files that are present in the folder. So it is like very rare scenario. It is very rare scenario where we could see that asking list, getting a requirement on list. Okay, so this connector, till now what we have done, we have explored a lot on database. Now instead of database, I will be going with my file connector. Okay, so I'll try to read. See, what samples we are going to do is like writing a file, this one, reading a file, writing a file, on new, and others like, yeah, some homework or some kind of stuff we will be doing. Definitely we will be doing it, but like majorly we will concentrate on this. Why? Because in the real time, most of the time, these three are the operations generally we will be, most of the time we will use. So in this way only we will discuss a scheduler as well. Scheduler also we will be discussing. So you may get down. So reading a file means what? So reading a file in the sense it could be anything. It could be a normal text file. It could be an XML file. It could be a JSON file. It could be anything as per our requirement. If somebody is placing somewhere so they will be giving the location. So here in this now, in few examples I will remove this listener as well. I will try to keep file location. So from that file location we have to read the file, we have to transform it, and we have to send it to the target system. Like either it could be again a file connector, or it could be a database connector, or it could be anything. Like till now the target I have assumed like database. Now it will change. Even source also I will change. Even source also sometimes it will be a queue as well. So that part we will try to explore more. Okay, is that fine? So if I start it will be not like in one video. So at one go I want to go with all these operations. Okay, so that is the reason like Saturday I am planning so that I can complete the whole file transaction, whole file along with scheduler. Okay, as it is a weekend, so I'll spend a bit more time on this. So Saturday 7 p.m. IST, please be available to 8. It may go for 8 or 8:30 as well, depends. So this entire part I will cover. Okay, and is that okay? Please try to available on Saturday. Don't miss your class. It is very important. Okay. So as we have started our training, especially in Dasara time, so we are getting a lot of holidays. But after Dasara, you will not get even a single day. The continuous classes will be there. Okay. So 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Saturday evening. Okay. Try to available. If anybody is having concern, do let me know. I think yesterday also I have asked. Why? Because this total chunk I will take off on that day. Okay. I guess everyone is clear.
So tomorrow class is not there, right?
No. Tomorrow it's not there. Saturday we will connect. Okay. Tomorrow Saraswati Puja is there, right? I am taking my
Yes.
kids to temple. At least I among 9 days, one day I have to take it, right?
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, that is the only reason. Morning at like Abhishek will be there. So Morning at 5 o'clock we will be leaving. At 8:30 I may reach or I may not reach. If I reach, I will have kept, but I'm not sure. It depends on queue as well, right? So I'm just doubting. So that's the reason I moved to Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And Sunday, whether we have to keep or not, depending upon the majority, we will go it. Otherwise, again, we will meet on either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending upon how you are celebrating your Dasara. In India, we are celebrating on Monday only. I don't know about on-site and other things. Like whether you are going it Tuesday or Monday, I'm not sure. So it depends. Let's decide on that day. Okay. So please try to do these two examples. Please try to do these two examples. Okay. So if you are okay, I will give some critical POC. Will you guys able to do that? Anyhow, tomorrow is holiday. Shall I give one more POC or only till this you will be doing?
Nitya, we can try.
You can try, right? Okay,
Yeah.
using query parent. Just try it. See, I will give a lot of homework. Why? Because my vision is like you have to get more. Okay. Try to have two tables. Okay. Two tables. Table one, table one. Okay. In table one, try to have the column names as ID, okay, ID, full name and salary. Okay. Try to have another table. So it is relevant to like what all I have explained only. Try to have another table. In that table also try to have ID, full name, okay. Add some static address for everyone. Add the address as like office address will be same like you just add like Hyderabad or something like static address you try to add. My requirement is that. Okay. So while mapping, okay. And another thing is like updated salary. Updated salary. Okay. Another column is new salary. Okay. So what is my thing is like create your mule API in such a way that you have to get all the records from table 1. Get all the records from table 1. From table 1, and what you have to do is like you have to double the salary and try to insert it to along with address also should be there. Salary, double the salary along. Why? Because in table 2 you have extra column salary, extra column address along with address, and try to insert in table 2. I think you are pretty much clear. As tomorrow is holiday, I'm giving this.
Is there any function for doubling the salary, Nitya?
That you have to explore. That you have to explore. That is the reason I'm giving it. I'm saying it as POC. Do whatever you like. Okay. Double the salary.
It should insert the records to table 2 with the doubled salary, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So it is a good example. Like whatever like you use insert, you use bulk insert, you use loop, whatever, what not, whatever, what is there in your mind, try to keep it. Is that okay? Is that okay? I'm not hearing any voice.
Yes, yes.
Are you scared about POCs or what?
No, not like that.
So
Yeah.
initially only I told, see, my teaching will be less and your doing will be more. That I am following. Okay. Okay, no worries. If you are stuck in anywhere, I will just it is like brain work. That's all. Your brain work. That's all. Okay. Is that fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
fine, Nitya.
Yes,
Okay.
Nitya.
Nitya, I have a station part in Oracle database.
You have no database? Why so?
On Monday, I have a net connection issue. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you have that. Okay, you have that software, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, what you can do is just right click on next, 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 next. Only password you give it as whatever you would like. Okay, and
okay.
SQL developer, I think I have shared with someone. Yeah, Ashrita, I have shared with you, right?
Yes, yes. You shared.
Can you share with Nagendra?
Okay.
Nagendra, please ping your Gmail to Ashrita. Why? Because Ashrita will be sharing with you that SQL developer.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, ping me. I will try to share it. Even with me also it is there. I will share that. Just ping your Gmail. So I'm not depending on these guys nowadays. Why? Because it is going too late. So that is the reason directly I'm sharing. Okay.
Yeah, I have shared in.
ఓకే మీ జీమెయిల్ ఇవ్వండి ఇవ్వండి చాలు ఓకే మీ జీమెయిల్ ఐడి నాకు వాట్సాప్లో ఇచ్చినా పర్లేదు నేను షేర్ చేస్తాను ఓకే
వాట్సాప్లో పంపించాను.
ఓకే ఓకే అది పంపించండి నేను జస్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ 5 minutes ఐ విల్ షేర్ ఓకే గైస్ ప్లీజ్ డూ యువర్ హోంవర్క్ డోంట్ థింక్ హాలిడేస్ ఆర్ మోర్ after Dasra it will be like continuous everything you have to take it in your mind only we have started in wrong time that is the reason you are very pleasure like you are at least getting time to practice okay is that fine okay
Yes,
any other
Nitya.
concerns okay till Dasra just
Nitya,
bear
Nitya,
yeah
be there for 5 minutes. I just want to talk to you.
okay
It is fine, or else I can, like, I'll text you in WhatsApp.
okay we will speak on mobile is that okay
Okay, okay. Yeah.
okay our
Mm.
session is recording I don't want to go okay let me
Okay,
cancel the recording
okay,
okay
okay.
fine వెళ్దామా